Hello, my friends, and welcome back to the English to Fluency podcast. I'm Susan, and I'm so happy that you're here with me today. If you're learning English and sometimes feel like your progress is slow, or if you wish you could learn faster and remember more, then today's episode is just for you. In this episode, we're going to talk about how to learn English faster. 7 simple and effective tips that really work. There's no stress, no long study hours, just smart, enjoyable ways to help your brain learn quicker while having fun and doing what you love at the same time. So grab a cup of tea, sit back, and relax as we begin. And if you enjoy this podcast, don't forget to follow and share it with a friend who's also learning English. Your support helps our little English community grow. When I started learning another language, I studied very hard. I read many books, watched countless videos, and practiced often. But even with all that effort, I didn't learn very fast. I could remember a few words for a short time, but soon I would forget them again. It felt slow and sometimes discouraging, and maybe you felt that way too. Later, I discovered new and easier ways to learn. Simple habits that made the process faster, more enjoyable, and much less stressful. Today, I want to share those habits with you so you can use them to learn English faster too. The first tip is to learn with pictures and sounds. When you see and hear something at the same time, your brain remembers it more quickly and easily because it loves pictures and sensory connections. So instead of only reading English words, try to see and hear them as well. For example, if you're learning the word cat, look at a picture of a cat, say the word out loud, and listen to how it sounds. When you combine pictures, sounds, and words, you build a much stronger memory. You can use flashcards with images or short YouTube videos where people show objects and say their names. This makes learning not only faster, but also more fun and enjoyable. The second tip is a technique that many teachers love. It's called spaced repetition. This means that you don't study something just once and forget about it. Instead, you review it again and again, but with short breaks in between each review. For example, if you learn the word morning today, you can look at it again tomorrow, then 3 days later, and then again after 1 week. Each time you review it, your brain remembers it a little better. It's just like watering a small plant. When you water it regularly, it grows strong and healthy. But if you forget to water it, it dries up. Your memory works in exactly the same way, so make sure you review your words often, just a little bit at a time. The third tip is to study small, not long. Many learners believe they need to study for several hours each day to make progress, but that's not true. It's actually much better to study for 15 to 20 minutes every day than to study for 2 hours just once a week. Your brain learns best when it's fresh and focused. Short, regular study sessions help you remember more and feel less tired or bored. You can listen to English while you brush your teeth, cook a meal, or take a walk. Even small moments, just a few minutes long, can help your English improve faster when you use them consistently. The next tip is to use English to learn English. Try not to translate everything into your own language. Instead, use simple English to explain new words and ideas. For example, if you learn the word apple, don't translate it. Instead, say, an apple is a fruit. It is red or green, and it tastes sweet. When you do this, you are thinking directly in English, and that's how your brain begins to learn faster and more naturally. When you stop translating, your brain starts to connect English words with their meanings automatically. It might feel a little slow at first, but soon you'll notice that it really speeds up your learning and helps you become more fluent. Another helpful tip is to mix your skills. Don't focus on only one area of English. Instead of just reading or just listening, try to use all your skills together. For example, you can read and listen at the same time. Watch a short video and repeat what you hear, or write down sentences that you listen to. When you use multiple skills together, your brain creates stronger and lasting connections. It's similar to training different muscles in your body. The more you use, the stronger you become. Tip number 6 is to teach what you learn. Yes, you can become a teacher, even if your only student is yourself. After learning a new word or sentence, try explaining it out loud in your own words. For example, you can say, I learned a new word today. Morning. Morning is the start of the day. When you explain something, you understand it more deeply and remember it for a longer time because your brain is actively using the information instead of just storing it. So, after every study session, take a minute to teach what you've learned, even if it's just to your mirror or to an imaginary friend. It really works. The last tip is to make learning interesting and real. You don't have to study grammar rules all the time to improve your English. Instead, learn through the things you love. Listen to songs in English, watch funny videos, read short stories, or talk about your favorite foods or movies. When you enjoy what you're doing, your brain learns faster and remembers better. Try to make English part of your real life. Smile, laugh, and use English in the things you already love doing. When learning feels fun and meaningful, you'll want to do it more often. And that's the secret to fast progress. Now, let's practice together. I'll say a short sentence and you can repeat after me. I can learn English faster. I study a little every day. I use pictures and sounds. I teach what I learn. English is fun for me. Excellent job! Every time you repeat English like this, you're training your brain. And that's how you continue to improve faster and more naturally. Before we finish, let's quickly review the 7 tips we learned today. Learn with pictures and sounds. Use spaced repetition. Study in small sessions, not long ones. Use English to learn English. Mix your skills. Teach what you learn. Make learning fun and real. Remember, you don't need to learn everything today. Just take small steps, but take them every day. Smart learning is always better than long, tiring learning sessions. You can absolutely do this. Thank you so much for listening to the English to Fluency podcast. I hope these tips help you learn English faster and enjoy the journey along the way. If you liked this episode, please follow and share it with a friend who's also learning English. And tell me, which of these tips will you try today? I would love to hear from you. Keep learning, keep smiling, and remember that every small step helps you grow. See you in the next episode, my friends. Bye for now.